Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, we're going to be cleaning up a World War I Red Cross knife. We're going to be going over the knives that I received in the package yesterday from Mr. Cody and Waylon Fiscus from Mooresville, Indiana. I actually opened the package up live yesterday in one of my lives that I did on Sunday. But we're going to be cleaning up that Red Cross knife, looking at the other knives up close, and just doing a few more things. It's going to be a great day in the knife shop, guys. Cannot wait to get that World War I knife cleaned up. But guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, guys, here are the knives that Mr. Cody sent me, and Mr. Waylon, his 8-year-old son, sent me this one. When I first opened it up, I thought it was a peanut. I was doing a live, but didn't realize, again, it had a spay blade. So they call this the trapper nut. Ain't that cool? But it's a 1999. They actually, I believe where I read, they come out in 97. These are pretty rare knives. But it's actually, they call this pocket worn green bone is what they call it. But it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. They're rare, very rare knives. And then Mr. Cody sent me this knife here for trade, right there. But we're going to be cleaning this one up. We're going to be getting the fiber wheel, hitting the bolster. There's going to be plenty of patina left on here, but I just cannot have a knife dirty like this, guys. And we're going to be cleaning down in there real good. You see all the surface rust? Can't leave it like that. I got to hit that. I'm going to hit the spoon. Not going to sand it down. I'm just going to clean it up because that could be initials from a soldier from World War I. We will never know. Like, I don't know what that is. It's pretty cool, though. I love it. But anyway, we're going to be cleaning this one up. It won't take long because we're not going to do anything really special to it. We are going to be giving it a new edge, and I do have to take some of that off right there. Just a tip, because you see the tip is actually sticking up above that, so it will be down barely. So we ain't got to take much. I might just come from the top down and move that point down some, you know, because it is like raised right there. I might just come on down, and then it'll be below that. So we'll see when I get over there. But this is going to be a nice piece here in the museum. Mr. Cody, thank you. And I appreciate all the extra knives. He sent me the Zippo, a 1960 Zippo. Ain't that cool? All it needs is fluid. And that wick might need to be poured up some, but that is very, very cool. And then he sent me this sheath here, made for the Buck 110 or similar sized knives. That is a really great work, Cody. I love it, man. Really do. And then this muskrat here. I've got to find a piece of bone that'll try to match that up some and cut it out and glue it right there. There's a crack right there too. I'm going to be putting super glue in. Going to clean that crack out and just put some super glue in there and sand it. But these blades are not in really bad shape here. But you see there's a Remington UMC, but the main blade is right here, I think. Or is it? Let's see. It's got made in USA somewhere. Remington UMC. See that made in? This side. It's got USA over here. It's a Remington UMC. This was made pre-1933 is when this one was made. The bone is in pretty good shape, but again, we're going to be putting super glue there. We're going to find us another matching bone and put right there. And we'll sand them down. It's going to look good. This blade here, we just got to get that little hump out right there. It'd be a great knife to add to my collection. Love these old things. And this one here is a Swiss Champ, guys, with custom handles. Check that out. Got the pliers. It's got your Phillips head. It just needs to be cleaned up. Then it's got a cool, very cool magnifying glass. Ain't that awesome? And you can actually start a fire with that thing. There's your fisherman's tool. You got the descaler. You got the hook remover. Just a great knife, buddy. I appreciate that right there. But I also want to show y'all guys a couple knives that I got in. I know I showed y'all this one before, but I actually have glued that down right here. I just cleaned it and put super glue on it. But this is a great knife. It's an old knife. It's a Patterson Fort Worth Sheffield. Made from 1840s through the 1860s is when they was using that stamp. So it's just a great piece. It's the oldest knife in my collection. And we fixing to put some wax. I've cleaned it up. I just brushed the stag down. There was some grime up in here I got out. Well, look at that gnarly stag. And I sanded the pins down. That's it. And I actually got a few of the scratches out on the blade some. But we're going to be putting wax on that and wax on the handle here with Mama's Outback leather wax. Love this stuff, man. It's just, this one don't break down. Like you see some of the waxes, if you leave them in like in a kind of a warm room, they'll get really oily. And I don't like that. This one here never breaks down. It's more like a paste all the time, and I love it. It's good stuff. Good stuff. But we're just going to refreshen this stag here. I might have to use that brush right here to get down in that groove right there. But all this is going to do is refreshen this stag, get some of that rich color back. I'll put wax on this blade too. This is a gorgeous knife though, y'all. Razor sharp. I ain't did a thing to it, and it is sharp, man. It's got that old carbon steel. All right. There's that gnarliness. I love it, man. It looks good and refreshed now, and it's fixing to go in my display case, y'all. Beautiful piece. Oldest knife I have. Paid $166 for it. And then I don't know who did this, but I mean, how did they carve that out right there? How did they do that to make that fit perfect and tight? You know, I mean, it ain't super tight, but it's enough where it won't fall out. See, it's crazy, ain't it? How they done that? It's amazing. It really is. But we're fixing to put that in my display case. I love that stag. Ain't that beautiful? Good stuff, man. Okay, guys, I'm going to show y'all something real quick. You see how the sharpening rod goes below the sheath here? And this is a Chicago Cutlery Folding Hunter I got in on trade from Mr. Dwayne Clark, Clark's Kentucky Knives. But anyway, I thought that was kind of long there, but Mr. Joe Gangelhoff said, after he watched the video of me talking about the trade, he said, all you do is unscrew this here and flip it over and stick it down in there. Okay. And there it is right there. You just stick it in just like that. Ain't that cool? And because when I first saw it, I'm like, is that the original sheath? But it's got to be, because I'm not sheath, but sharpening rod, because it's got Chicago Cutlery on there. And we fixing to wax this thing down. to refreshen that wood. That's why I love this stuff right here. Like a paste. And you just... There it is. So, that's how it's supposed to be, guys, right there. Ain't that cool? But again, this is the 2-blade hunter, and the reason it has 2 snaps on it, it's made to fit 2 different knives, this sheath is. So that's pretty cool. But I love this thing right here. We're going to be wiping it down and cleaning it up. It's a P19 Chicago folding hunter right there. Ain't that cool, man? Walnut handles. Very, very cool knife. Love it, man. Love this stuff. Hoorah. And one more knife I'm going to show y'all. If it's up here on the desk. Oh, I know what to do with it. Hang on. It's this one right here. Check that baby doll out. What does that say right there? Western States Cutlery Manufacturing Company. Boulder, Colorado. I love that right there. The cowboy riding the bucking bronco. It's horn handles. Original sheath, guys. Now, I paid up for this one. I paid $155 for it. A lot of people were wanting this knife, but I was wanting it the mostest. I put $300 on it, and because it was like $52 the last second. And it jumped to up like $155. I'm glad I went ahead and paid up on my max bid because, guys, when are you ever going to come across another Western States cutlery with that kind of sheath? It needs to be sewed up, and I'm going to be doing that. I'm looking for me some small leather needles right now, and you see that. We're going to put a little glue on that. But we're going to be restitching that, saddle soaping this down. It's going to be a great little project. But other than that, guys, it's in great shape, the sheath is. And I love that logo right there. But check that knife out. That thing ain't hurt a bit, man. Horn handles. You got pins down here. Because I guarantee you, it's hollow in the middle. This tang comes off as 2 pieces here. And that's where it's pinned at. Same back here. That tang is split right here somewhere, and it goes all the way back, and that's what that pommel is pinned into, right there. See, it's cool, ain't it? But look at that blade. That blade ain't hurt a bit, y'all, and it's got Western Boulder, Colorado. This knife was made from like 28 to 31. I've got it in my catalog. When we clean this up, I'll show you in the catalog that I have in the Western States or the Western book. But I just want to share that with y'all today. Just got it in not too long ago. But I had to have this thing, guys, for my collection. Beautiful piece. Beautiful original sheath. But 1928 to 31, man. Awesome. Awesome piece. So now, guys, we're fixing to go over there and clean this knife up real quick. It ain't going to take long. I'm not going to do much to it. I'm not going to do sanding down. I'm just going to hit it with the fiber wheel. I could do it by hand, guys. It ain't hard doing it by hand. You just sand it down with sandpaper, but it just takes a while. So I'm going to hit it with the fiber wheel and wire brush and clean it up real good. Very, very cool knife, and I want to thank Mr. Cody for it. Then we'll dive into a little bit of the history of this knife when I get back. Okay, guys, again, if y'all haven't subscribed to this thing, this magazine, I suggest y'all how to do so. It just has some great articles in there every month. And again, the knife, the Red Cross knife that I traded Mr. Cody for, is just amazing that I got the magazine in 2 days after we made the deal on the trade. And this was what I saw. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my goodness, look at it. Same exact knife, guys. Camilla's Cutlery Company's Compassionate Blades. They were actually giving this that way out in Iraqi Freedom, I think. But this one here is a World War I Red Cross knife. You see here a World War I Red Cross canteen station set up in London to give comfort to the men there. It says, in the crucible of World War I, where the horrors of trench warfare were met with acts of humanity, the Red Cross folding knives crafted by the Camilla's Cutlery Company in Camillus, New York, emerged as silent heroes. These knives with a cutting blade and a folding spoon encapsulated the dual nature of wartime necessity and compassionate aid. In this article, we explore the unique features of these knives from their origin at the Camilla's Cutlery Company to their invaluable role as tools of both utility and solace on the battlefield. Wow. Founded in 1876, the Camilla's Cutlery Company established itself as a renowned American knife manufacturer. During World War I, the company's commitment to quality and innovation was exemplified in the production of Red Cross folding knives. These knives featured a cutting blade and spoon, reflecting a blend of practicality and compassion in their design. Created in 1917, the design Camillus number 9511 was not the first government contract fulfilled by Camillus. Prior to this, they had made marlin spike knives for the Canadian Navy in 1915. How about that? They were also making surgical scalpels, Navy knives for the U.S., and Army knives for the Dutch government, as well as other allied nations. Although government orders only accounted for 10% of the factory orders during the war years, it should be known that many of the men had left the factory to heed the calling of the United States government by enlisting for the war. Much of the skilled workforce had left, as well as some of the executive staff. Alfred Castor went to France as a sergeant in Company F of the 308th Infantry in the 77th Division. He saw action in the Oise as well as the Meuse-Argonne offensive, where he was repeatedly exposed to enemy fire. But anyway, guys, this is the typical for the day Camilla's four-line stamping on the knife tang. Camilla's Cutlery Company, Camillus, New York, USA. All Camillus Red Cross knives are marked similar to this one. See there? And that's what the one I have has, the exact same tang stamp. And there's some more pictures of it right there. It says at Red Cross canteen station in France, to comfort the men there, the soldier is armed with an M1903 rifle and an M1905 bayonet and the M1917 scabbard. Mr. Eric would love that right there. He loves stuff like this. The spoon partially open and the main spear blade full open. There really isn't a way to hold the food and cut as with individual cutlery. That's what they're talking about right there. Red Cross, they've done a lot for the American troops in World War I and World War II and Vietnam. Just good stuff, guys. Good stuff. And again, if y'all haven't subscribed to this, I highly suggest. The price of this magazine, let's see if I can find the ad. Here go subscription rates US $30 for 1 year, and you get one every month. So, and they're $10 per magazine. So look how much you're saving. That's $30 for 1 year. Both my sons went in together and they got me a 3-year subscription for $80. You can't beat that. Because if you buy them individually over 3 years, that's $360. It's pretty cool. But that's how you get in touch with them. But you can go online and subscribe. But Knife Magazine, guys, I highly suggest this magazine. It's every month too. That's the thing. It ain't quarterly, and it's got some good the history of knives. It's good articles, great articles. Another the article they talk about too is rough black handles, the ugly ducklings of case collecting. How about that? I can't wait to read this too. Ain't that cool? Well, this is it, guys. I left a bunch of patina on here, and you can see that blade. It's got half stop, and there's that tang stamp right there. Is that not cool or what? The same tang stamp in that book. And look at there. Look at that edge. And that thing is sharp. Man, it's sharp. And even the spoon has snap. Watch it. Pretty cool, ain't it? This has great snap. But I wonder if that's the initials of a soldier that was in World War I, man. That'd be so cool if I knew that. So cool. Love it, man. But that's a heck of a knife. Big old blade. It's going to be right here in the museum forever. And notice how I got rid of that. I brought the point down some, so it'll be below the handle there. But see, I left a bunch of that patina. I wouldn't be afraid to use this thing today. Ain't that awesome? Love the way they carved that out too, that curve, and then that wood there. So it just fit right down in there. But there's that tang stamp right there. Camillus Cutlery Company, Camillus, New York, USA. Hoorah. Cody, I appreciate that trade, man. I'm getting y'all's knives out. I'm not going to show y'all's knives. I want it to be a surprise, but I will show it in a few weeks after y'all got y'all's knives in. Okay, it's going to be a surprise. Hoorah. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I just want to thank Mr. Cody for sending this knife in. I want to thank Mr. Whalen for sending that trapper nut in, the 1999. I absolutely love this knife. That is a hoss of a blade right there. It really is. It's a big old blade. Brand new edge on that thing because it was chipped up pretty bad, but I smoothed it out. Brought that point down to make it where when you close it, it goes below the handle here. But even the spoon, guys, cleaned up good. See there? And the best thing about it, it has snap. See there? I love it. And this thing half stop. Awesome snap. Just a great piece. Great historical piece that's going to be forever on display here in the museum. I love it. Really do. And guys, I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today. I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. Until we meet again, guys. That'll be like a good night. Stay sharp.
I'm the knife doctor on the road, saving old blades, so many stories told. USA made, fixing those springs, handles repaired, they shine and they sing. Flea markets, pawn shops, antique stores, searching for treasure, always room for more. With Wade and Eric, Lamar and Glenn, we talk and trade where the stories never end.